the Smokin Gnome, aka the BBQ Mercenary, aka Cinnabear, aka the guy who does everything we don't really want to do in Flavor Anonymous, Mike Southerland in here. And then
Hola.
we had to bring a real guest on because, well, you know.
Ah.
So then we had to, get old Travis Magee here out on his back porch in Texas, living the dream, building some of our favorite grills, man. So, Dylan, you and Travis have known each other longest. So, why don't you touch on what brought you into the MGrills fold, and there by proxy, kind of the rest of us, dude. Why don't you kick us off?
All right, yeah, cool. So, my journey with MGrill, I came across it. I saw it on Facebook in a post, the little C4, and I was like, "That's cool. I'm definitely gonna have to get one of those one of these days." And I was headed to do a steak cook-off and barbecue competition over in Belvedere, and called up his distributor up here and was like, "Hey, do you have one of those C4s in stock?" And he did, and so I ran over and picked it up. Ended up being late to the competition. Couldn't pick out my steaks, so I had somebody else pick out my steaks. Took the thing right out of the box, lit a fire in it, put the steaks on it, turned the steaks in, came back an hour and a half later, and I had won the whole damn thing. So that was won $1,000 on a $200 great return on your money there, right?
Yes, definitely.
So it was fantastic. It was a lot of fun, and that was literally the first time I'd ever cooked on it. Just pulled it right out of the box. And then I went on a tear with that thing. I won that one. The next one I came in like third. Next one was the Ace Fall show against like Team PK and Team Colorado and
Now you're just showing off.
Team Traeger and all those guys. And,
that's my man right there.
And I showed up with my little C4, and I didn't have a stand because it was in Chicago, actually. So I had the C4 in my hand and everything else in my backpack, and I showed up at the McCormick Center. Didn't have a stand for it, so there was a bunch of pit barrel cookers laying around. So I pulled one of those over and flipped the lid over to use as a stand for my C4, and I ended up winning that one too. And they tried to get me the check because at the time, the wording, which has now since been changed because of me and my C4, the wording for the bounty on the pit barrel cookers was you just had to cook a steak on a pit barrel cooker. Now it says with the pit barrel cooker because we tried to get that bounty because my C4 was perched very nicely on top of that pit barrel. They didn't pay out, but they did change the wording on their bounty.
So Travis, I got to know, are you now putting it into your marketing that pit barrel cooker makes a great stand, a $350 stand?
Yeah, really.
Well, the great thing is Travis came out with a better stand for the C4. So, I just had to wait for him to innovate. But
that's right.
So what's the world record for the highest heat anybody's ever gotten out of a C4? Is there a record on that yet for the hottest anybody's gotten one?
Man, it's got to be either Dylan or Junior. You're right. One of those guys putting the flame bosses and melting grill grates with it. I mean, my gosh. I'm talking about it's infernos.
They'll get hot, that's for sure.
They really will.
I heard that.
So Travis, I've noticed it in your background there that you've got probably actually some of my favorite burgers. Show them off, man. Let's point to them. So that's a stainless steel M16 over your shoulder.
There's an M16. That's my M16 that I cook on in my backyard. So I've been trying to focus on a lot of YouTube videos here when this quarantine started. I was like, man, everybody's at home watching videos. Like, I need to start putting out. So I've been focusing a lot on the M16, but not just steak cooking, smoking on it, showing a lot more versatility with that grill. So the M16 over here, then I got my C4s over here with the over-under. So I'm still doing steaks, and I'll do wings and because I have a family of four. When I cook out, I don't grill a lot of food, so I could get everything I can on a C4 and feed my family with it. So And there's so many times where I'll come out here and run out of charcoal, but I'll open up the C4s. Like, man, I have just enough to cook like 4 burgers or something.
Right.
It always I don't know how, but it always just has charcoal in it. It never runs out of charcoal. So yeah,
Well,
so I cook quite a bit.
Yeah, so if I had to like put a rough, I mean, your M16s for the family of 4 or 6, right? As far as size, and
Yeah.
the C4 you're gonna put 2 steaks on, but 2 good sized ribeyes you can put on a current C4.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Well, give us the price points on those, Travis, because I know. Listen, I'm going to plug this right out of the gate. I still don't own a C4, but I will. What I'm holding on to is I was just talking to Travis about getting it done in a custom color because I'm just weird like that. But I'm telling you, the M16 is great, but there's something about cooking on that little C4 that's just badass.
Like that C4
is
fun. The bomb.
It's just I don't know. I have so much fun grilling on that little C4. It's just it's easy. It just literally like you can cook with just like a fistful of charcoal, and you can because it's so compact and the stainless walls in it. It just has a nice little footprint for radiant heat to where you could do a whole package of hot dogs, 4 burger patties at a time. Quarter pound patties. With the over-under attachment that we came out with, that now you can have 2 levels. So basically, you could turn it into like a little mini oven. So you could do little mini pizzas on the top rack, which I do it at the house quite a bit. So wings, I'll smoke quite a bit of wings on there, and it's perfect because it just feeds my family, and I don't need.
I didn't ask for it, but the group's asking when do we have the Flavor Anonymous edition of the C4?
Man, we need to make that happen. We need to. We need to do the color combo logo something.
Yeah.
We can make that happen for sure.
Done and done, dude. Sign me up. So hey, I know that. Listen, I don't believe in selling, and this isn't about selling, but I do want to get your company out there because I do believe, just like I told you before we started, you're a group of one of 3 engineers that I've met that truly understand airflow dynamics probably better than most anyone else. And there's little things I see that you've done in your, after having cooked on your, the M1, the M16, and the C4, that I'm like, this guy gets it. But that's only one part of it. Mike, I know you've got a story about, dragging your C4 out at somewhere odd and doing some cooking. Dylan, I know you've literally cooked on one, broke down on the side of the damn road. I want to hear those 2 stories, but you only get about 2 minutes apiece to tell them. Don't make them 30-minute stories. Mike, hit us up, dude.
Oh, mine I cook lunch on all the time. It's perfect. I sit it right there on the picnic table in the backyard, throw me a couple burgers on there for lunch. Whatever I want to cook on it. I've done wings on it once. It turned out really well. Trying to think what else I've cooked on there. Brats. I mean, we did a cook 3 weeks ago. We did some butts and stuff. Cooked a bunch of sausage for the guys that were helping. It was perfect. Set it right on the tailgate of the truck, lit it up, and there you go. Takes a handful of charcoal, and you can cook a heck of a meal on it.
Look, Sandy Brown hits it right here. Grilling.
There's Sandy.
That's right. Grilling with the FA seasonings on the M16 tonight. That's what it's about.
Awesome. There you go.
That's actually
Dylan, I know you've got one of my all-time favorite stories. Mike kind of let us down.
my M16.
Yeah. Oh, your M16. You let him borrow. I've got your other M16.
Yep.
I was trying to explain to Travis how you do not need a stainless one, but Shane does before we started. I think we sealed that deal. So
Here, I will. Since we're all here, I can say this. Shane has been like Ralphie off A Christmas Story for an MGrill for our entire relationship. Like
I only hang out with you for the possibility of MGrill.
So you're saying there is a chance?
That's right. So there's a chance. Oh, Dylan, tell us your side of the road broke down story, dude. Keep it short because I don't want to use up all of Travis's time, but it's a great story.
Coming back from World Food Championship in Orange Beach, Alabama 2 years ago, we hit 2 deer. One, boom, a set of deer. And I basically didn't know it at the time, but blew up my excursion. We were able to limp it into rest area, and we waited there overnight. My dad came down to pick us up. So we unloaded the C4 and got my Yeti chairs out and my bucket. And we had some steaks left from the competition. And me and Brennan grilled it up. Everybody's coming by the rest area, and we're sitting out back of the trailer with the tent up, having a cold one, grilling steaks on the C4.
Flagging down strange men.
Right there at the rest area in Alabama. So, but I'll
It
tell
doesn't
you,
get
that's
any
probably
better.
that's not the weirdest place I've had it, because I actually keep one in the back of my truck at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a little brown, like you used to take your lunch into school, the paper sack, and I put 2 char logs and like 4 briquettes and a big chunk of lump charcoal and one of those Weber cubes in there.
Yep.
And keep it rolled up in the C4, and then I've got a little collapsible telescopic flipper and pair of tongs. And all I do, and I've done it multiple times, especially with all the awesome butcher shops we have here in Chicago, I get too busy for lunch or something, swing in, grab a couple links, hot links or sausages or whatever, pop the tailgate, light the bag, and I got a fire, and I'm grilling sausages and doing conference calls off the tailgate in the parking garage in downtown Chicago. So it comes in handy.
That's perfect.
It is perfect. It's awesome.
But actually, we've shot a few videos with them. The thing that I love is that you flip the grill grates upside down on either the 16 or the C4s. We flipped the grill grates upside down. We did crab cakes on it, showing people how they could do crab cakes and stuff.
I'll tell you the one thing you did right in that C4 and the N16 that I'm always happy about, because the grill grates have the little channels right where they're supposed to lock together, and I love that I can stick those under the lip of the grill itself, and it's perfect how you've cut that to fit. And again, it's like, you cut it to fit. Of course you did. No. It's like that extra 5% that is just perfect. And that's
by accident.
By accident.
Yeah, it's by total accident. Yeah. I have to caveat it now because I get asked from the SCA guys, well, what's your favorite grill? And I'm like, well, my favorite pellet grill for steaks is like the Chimp. I love the Grill's Chimp. It gets hot, does a great job. Well, what's your favorite charcoal grill? I'm like, what, one that you can carry or one that you can roll? But what I love is that you have actually built something that works for either or. I love that I can carry 2 C4s in my truck at all times. That'd be great if I had some, if Dylan gave me one. Or I got the little cart on the M16, and it's probably overbuilt, to be honest with you. That cart is ridiculous. The cart weighs more than the grill, but it's cool that you just geeked out on it and just overbuilt it. But we actually, speaking of videos for Barbecue Pro Shop, we cooked the majority of the 10 videos we had on your M1. And the reason being is that Santa Maria that's built in that thing. How many times did we use the cast iron pan right over the fire, cranking those coals up within, 2 inches of that pan, and we fried a burger or we did whatever? That thing is phenomenal. Talk about the M1 for just a minute, dude.
Yeah, well, the M1 just kind of, the story alone is just kind of funny. When I really think about it, it's just how it started, because, we're getting ready for the State Fair Texas the first year. We made a Texas-shaped grill. My dad had double knee replacement. He didn't even want me to make another grill. He's like, no, focus on this Texas grill. Well, I came out, I started sketching up the M1, basically, and I built one at the shop. And my dad was totally against it. He was like, what is this? All right. He was so mad when he came back, but I was like, no. And then the more he looked at it, he's like, wow, this is really a nice grill. And so, we the first year I had him out, cooked on them a lot. We made some little bit of minor revisions, and then we kind of did a little major, the last year, some major revisions for everything that I kind of just really wanted to do to make it just the best that I think it could possibly be. But with the old Santa Maria style grilling in it, the insulated firebox, I do more stick burning in it than anything. Like me personally, my M1 at my house, I stick burn in that thing. I use it because I'm using my C4 or my M16 as a charcoal grill more than anything, just because it's so small. But when it comes to smoking, I am stick burning in my M1, and to me, it's just so easy. You know, I don't know. It's simple. That's the thing about it. It's like to me, it's just very simple to smoke
The
on.
number one thing I love about every one of your grills is the one thing I feel some others got wrong, and it's the last thing in the cooking process, and it's the ash catch. Your trays
Oh,
work for some reason better than anything else. Like it always your shape, it always hits that tray, and I'm able to lift it out and clean it. And it sounds so silly to bring up, but it's another one of those 5% kind of things. And I'm like, man, this guy really thought about this. It wasn't just like, we need a pan down there, boys. You know, what can we throw in there? You can tell it's cut, it's fit, everything is proper. You
yeah. A
know,
lot of
that when I think of in grills, that's the line in my head. It's like everything's just properly done.
Yeah, people don't realize how much revisions and back and forth that we've really put into, making the grills. And, and because we're a very small crew, there's 7 of us at the shop, and all we do is we're just making grills. But because of that, we're a very small crew. Well, technically, I have 2 fabricators, 2 welder fabricators, and I have a prefab guy. I guess I consider myself the engineer in prefab. But yeah, I mean, it's like we do so much back and forth and painstaking things just to try to get it right, and to put that thought process into it. And I guess a lot of it also is my background in graphic design. I mean, that's what my degree's in. So I've been doing pretty much all my life until I started making grills. That, I like everything to have a nice, clean design, the aesthetic to it, the way it's built, the way things are engineered. I don't know. I just look at things. I'm like, you know what? If it could be built better, it just kind of pops in my head. I don't, I just have that in my head where I could just look at something and say, wow, it's engineered very, it's nice, or it'd be better if I had this, or, I wish I had this. And we've all bought stuff to where it's like, oh, this is awesome, but I wish it did this. I wish it had this ability. And that's just stuff that, knowing that I'm coming out with my own product, that I look at it and it's like, okay. And then people's feedback too. It's like, hey, we get a lot of feedback from customers and, past customers, and, and I listen to everybody. I take everything to heart with everybody says. So I'll look at if it's something that we could do to implement into the design, or make if it is a minor adjustment, well, we'll make that minor adjustment to make sure if it works and makes sense, we'll do it. We're not going to waste time with it either.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, your products are built like a tank. I mean, they are way over engineered, way overbuilt. That C4, when I got it out of the box, I was so impressed on the weight of the steel. That thing's gonna outlast me. That M1 we used down in Florida, I don't know that you can wear one of those out. I mean, they're well made.
Well, you're gonna get wore out moving
Yeah.
that damn thing. I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
But it's worth it in the long run.
You better have
Yeah.
all the kids you planned on having before you move that thing, I'll tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Travis, put a
people.
little warning down low where your face is when you're pushing that thing up a ramp that says "Caution, you're going to leave your O-ring behind you." You know.
You'll have one roll
Yeah.
out your pant leg.
That's
Yeah,
right.
really. Yeah, the C4, like the first version when I came out with that one, it was all 12 gauge steel, thick steel. I mean, it was like it's almost like it's like an ammo can, but it's so overbuilt for what it is. But I
Oh, it
love it.
is.
And then we came out with the newer version, which is a stainless steel versions, and that one is it was listening to feedback from customers. That's what I do. I take customers' feedback to heart. So it feels, we had people, they love that grill. Then we had the others are like, man, if you can make it to where it had an air vent in it, if it had some stand on it, if it was a little like 2 inches wider, and yada, 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 we listened to it, and we came out with that new version. It's all stainless steel. This 16 gauge stainless. So even considering, you look at stainless grills out there on the market, there's not a lot of guys who are even using 16 gauge stainless, and we're doing it on a little tiny portable grill. So,
when you look at that, if your first hit, I'll be honest with you, when you go to your website, you're going to get sticker shock a little bit, but it's because you haven't touched the products and you don't understand them yet. And I did the same thing. I was researching when, I conned Dylan out of the M1 for about 4 months, and I was researching it, and I looked at it, and I'm like, man, I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to like it because it's so expensive. then I cooked on it. I'm like, well, I get it. Every detail, That
Well,
stuff.
you reach down there and pull the
Derek's
basket out of it, and
Yeah,
that basket is heavy. I mean, the door, it doesn't have anything on it that's gonna,
your
wear out in a
storage
year. It's
system is
gonna last
great.
you forever.
that was the thing about when I started doing grills and we're making our own grills. My dad was, because we have a family-owned machine shop, and so we built a base for the world's largest telescope. We build a lot of big stuff, and so when I told my dad, "Hey, I want to come out with my own grills," he was like, "Hey, that's great. You can do that." But one thing, like, we will not build junk. He goes, that's the only stipulation he had. He says, you can build whatever you want, but just we will not build junk. I said, oh, okay,
Yeah,
do it. Let's do this thing.
yeah,
So, so that's kind of where it all started. And I overbuild everything, and I know I do. If I can, I'm going to do it. But I try not to. I try to get that boundary to where we're not making our pits out of quarter-inch plate and stuff like that, but 10-gauge steel for the M1. That's pretty thick. Double walled insulated firebox is where it matters. We beef that up. Quarter-inch thick firebox doors. We beef that up. So we beef places up where it matters. Even our grates are quarter-inch thick, 304 stainless steel. So but they're not, to me. It's not really overkill, but it is. You are getting what you pay for, and that's
sure.
that's what we're doing.
I'll guarantee you.
Let me touch
Yeah.
on Bill Arrington real quick, and then Dylan, think of a question that I've not asked Travis yet. You got 3 seconds. Bill, your only answer to that question is C4 or flat top to complement the OG with Gorilla. You got to have both, honestly. That flat top, you're getting a lot of use out of, and it's a lot of fun. Especially those nights you want to make fried rice and stuff like that. It's tough. You're not going to do that on the C4, but I'll tell you what you can't do with any of those things except the C4 is take that thing with you when you go fishing or something. You just throw it in the back of your
Oh,
truck and you grill a burger while you're out fishing on the back of your tailgate. There is no cooler damn feeling in the entire world than to be able to do that. And you don't need power, you don't need anything. It just takes you back to just being a man. That's what I love about that little C4.
Well, I'll tell you, with the C4 stainless with the wider base on it, the thing it does too is, a sauce pot fits perfectly. I got a stainless sauce pot that I have that I use on top of it.
Yeah. It's a little camp stove. Yeah. I mean,
you can fry on top, build a fire and fry on top of it, sauce pot on top of it. You can use a lot of stuff like that. That C4, the C4 is to me extremely versatile for its size. Like
Mhm.
you can put a lot of food out of that little footprint if you need to,
oh
if you
yeah.
want to.
hey, those crab
Yeah.
cakes we did for Deep South were great on there. I mean, that's what I love. It's hot. You doesn't have to be super hot, but you can do anything from brats to burgers to the best steaks you ever had in your entire life on that C4.
Yeah.
To answer your
I'm
question there, Tim.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm partial. I'm very partial to the C4 because I won my first state comp, SCA on the C4.
yeah.
So and just because it was so damn easy, it was. I mean, it's easy. That's what I loved about it. There's no fiddling with it. It gets hot. You just do your steak and you're done. So I really I like simple. And that to me, that C4 doesn't get any simpler.
Well,
You
I
know,
said for a long time there's engineering genius, but the true genius in everything is simplicity. When you can make something amazing that is at its simplest form, then it is genius. And that C4 is right there right at the edge of genius, in my opinion.
Oh, stop it! No,
I'm trying to
Well,
get
I'm telling you.
appreciate
that discount.
that.
What's that discount code? Can you drop that in the chat?
Yeah, really. I got you after the show.
The next grill I buy for the house will be an M1.
Yeah.
That thing in Florida impressed me. It's so versatile. That's what I like about all your
Yeah.
stuff is you can do so much with it, and it's something that once you buy it, in 5 years you're not going to have to scrap it and buy something else.
That's true.
No,
It's going to hang in there with you.
5
no,
generations. I'm
well,
telling you.
just to give you an idea about that, though, I've got all three. Is it three colors?
Of course you do.
Might have a replica. of the first generation C4, and I took
The
one of them
Cinnabear has
to my
arrived.
dad. My dad's repainting it for my son, and that's going to be his first. His first grill is the first Gen C4 that I won on because he was with me. But that's going to be his first cooker. He's super excited about it. But I'm telling you,
He's a lucky young man.
every one of those cookers, though, to me, those are generational things. Like you know, I've got the black M16s, the painted ones, because I love the way they look.
Mm-hmm.
But you rub it down with a little mineral oil,
Yeah.
and keep the maintenance on it. Like, there's no reason to ever worry about that thing. Like, the only thing I may have to worry about sometimes is an ash pan.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
that thing's going to be around long after I am. Like, Aiden will be teaching his kids how to take care of it.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the black. I guess it's the powder coated C4, the black one.
Yeah. So it's a wet paint. We don't powder coat
It's a wet
anything.
paint.
It is a wet paint, but yeah.
Well, I've
We
used
paint it
it.
black.
I can't tell you how much food I've cooked on that thing, and it still looks awesome. The stainless steel base, the stainless steel top handle on it.
Mm-hmm.
I've cooked the devil out of it, and it still looks like new.
Yeah, we just I here during this whole quarantine, I did make a video on our YouTube channel. So if your followers haven't been to our YouTube, we did make I did a basically like a refinishing video for your stainless
Mm-hmm.
C4s and M16s of how I personally do it, and it's just some elbow grease and some Scotch-Brite pads. But man, you can make those things, the M16 and C4s. I mean, you can make them look brand new again, no matter how long you cook on it. Those things can polish right up. So, yeah. And if people don't realize that, like even like the stainless M1, so we've been talking about the M1, but the stainless steel version of the M1, I mean, you talk about the mild steel versions lasting forever. The stainless version is the same thickness. It's the same 10 gauge thickness of the regular, but it's 304 stainless steel. So, I mean, the price of materials on that grill is just ridiculous. But we try to make it still affordable. It's all hand TIG welded. There's nothing on that grill that's spot welded. I mean, it is like masterful. When my guys are on, I have the best fabricators, so their TIG welding and is amazing. But yeah, so you want a grill that's going to last you forever. The stainless M1 and stainless M36 are, I mean, they will literally last forever.
Yeah.
Well, these things are made in the USA. They're handcrafted in Texas. And I didn't know that you just had 7 guys. So to me, that's important too, knowing that you've got a small crew cranking these things out.
Yeah.
They're almost like a boutique cooker. They're all handmade.
That's what we tell people. They're
let's
small
make you some
batch.
money real quick, Travis, because I got a lot of people saying they're going to order and how do they order and all that good stuff. Real quick, do you have stock of any of the first gen C4s in the shop still laying around?
I might have like 2 in stock, and that is it. It's crazy.
The answer there is call tomorrow.
Yeah, really, call tomorrow, because I think I might have 2 left. And because the crazy thing is, ever since I came out with the second gen C4, I might have sold 1 of the first gen, and that's been over a year. So the second gen C4, that the stainless steel version, we sell a bunch of those. I have those ready to ship out tomorrow. But the original
Get
version,
that Trump money ready, baby.
I might have 1.
Coming.
But yeah, we do have some things in stock, but like M1s and things like that, it's all small batch. We try to make we make small batches of them, but those grills right now, especially because of the whole the COVID-19 that we're going through, it's definitely hit us, my company, hard. That I don't even have a full staff right now in the shop who are working on grills. So we're trying to do the best we can to get through this, but so we're asking people, everybody, just to please be patient with us. I mean, we are working, but I pretty much got half my staff there, making grills. So, but we're doing the best we can. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I knew we were begging this question. I was waiting for it to hit, but what's the difference between first and second gen C4? The 4 of us know, but go ahead and tell everyone, Travis.
Yeah. So the first gen C4 is I modeled that grill after an ammo can. That was a whole thing about how it was just I saw an ammo can. I was like, that would be a cool grill to make a purpose grill built as like an ammo can. So it's 12 gauge mild steel, and it's all solid welded. The thing is a beast. It's a heavy little grill, and it's about the size. It's literally about the size of an ammo can. I think it's 12 inches by 5 by 12 is a cooking space on it, if I'm not mistaken. The second gen is all 16 gauge stainless steel. So it's all 304 stainless. The whole thing is stainless steel. It's 2 inches wider, but it's still 12 inches in length. It has feet on it, stainless steel stand, so you could put this on a tabletop. You don't have to worry about burning anything. Stainless handles, stainless hinge, and we actually have grill grates made for them as well. So, Brad Barrett, we got custom grill grates to fit our C4s. So you can have the options of getting 1/4 inch stainless steel grates, 1/4 inch mild steel grates, and up. You can get the grill grates for them, but it has a little vent on the front as well, so it just lets more airflow in. So it just gets hotter. We designed that grill to get hotter, where the original C4, I actually designed it without having an air vent in it because that kept the temperatures lower. So you could do more like chicken and things on that. You're not going to burn everything up real fast. But on the new version, you can get that thing screaming hot, or you can still cook very mild on it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Chuckle Nut Cinnabear, and then you can't get it hot at all.
Here we go again. It started. Time to take the gloves off. Yeah, I mean, I simply put too much charcoal in it, trying to get the temperature up. I put a handful in there, use some char logs in it. Doesn't take any time. It's sitting 725. I mean, it gets hot.
Yeah, sometimes those little grills, less is more, because you want the oxygen to flow through there. And in different charcoals, which I've found burn differently, so
Yes.
try different charcoals, what's working for you, what's not. And my secret of what I do is I just make sure I get my chimney going really good first. And then I dump my charcoal in for a steak comp. Steak comp, I get that whole thing raging hot, then dump it in, then put my grill grates on, and that thing is hot in just minutes. So,
what's the rough ETA, man, on the C4? If they call tomorrow and order one, how fast they getting it, Travis?
Then we'll ship it out tomorrow.
So you're gonna have it early next week.
Yeah. So if you would get it within, depending on where you're at, it's about 3 days on average.
So if I can get this kidney sold, how quick can I get an M1?
Are you willing to drive to Texas while you stitch?
Will I be able to cook on it by the time I get recovered?
Yeah. We're about 2 weeks out right now. So that we have M1s built. They're actually at our paint shop right now. So I have to go over there. We'll start sandblasting and painting, and then do a final assembly. So it's about 2 weeks before you'd probably actually get it.
I mean, dude,
well, it's a good thing you still have a kidney left, Southerland, I guess.
I figure I can go with that one.
Or you're going to sell somebody else's.
It'll be worth it for an M1. I'm telling you, they're great equipment. My little C4, I keep it in the back of the truck, and I cook on it all the time. I mean, anytime I'm out somewhere, if we're doing a cook and the guys are wanting some sausage or something like that on it, break it out, light it up, you're ready to go.
See, when we're at our paint booth and we're painting grills, we have one C4 over there. We do the exact same thing. Before we paint, we'll run to the grocery store, get some brats, and just fire that thing up on the job site and just cook lunch for everybody. I mean, it's perfect. It's, put it away, put it back in the truck, take it home with you.
Yep. Doesn't take any space up. If you want to do an SCA comp, you can set it in the front seat of the car. I mean, you don't have to have a truck to drag a grill around. It goes anywhere with you.
We've seen them come in on Harleys in their saddlebags, a handful of charcoal and a couple C4s, man. I mean,
you can fly with it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't understand. There are PK and the Mini Max. I get it. People like them, but if I'm already down that small, I'm just gonna go to the C4. I mean, for $250, man. I mean, it's all stainless. I mean, or 65 or stainless, whatever it is.
I've got to get an over/under for mine.
Yeah.
Because I used Dylan's over/under when we were down at the shed for that cook. That thing's awesome.
So
I
you
mean,
learned from
that's a.
Ben Wilson that you're supposed to take Dylan's stuff home when you're done with it, Mike.
I didn't get the
That's what Ben
memo.
and I do. I just take Dylan's shit home.
I was
That's
left out of
why
that memo.
I got to put low jack on everything I own because I have such good friends.
Yeah. I came out with that over under. It was literally probably 2 days after the World Steak Finals, and so we were doing our steak. I was cooking on the M16. Joey Machado was cooking on the C4, and Ty was cooking on the C4, his son. And but one of it, Ty was fine with his steak. Joey, he got his. It was a little too hot, so he kind of got his
Yeah.
marks on fast. But then we had to raise the temperature up in it, in the steak, the internal temperature. I had my big commercial smoker on hand, because we were cooking for the MBBQA. So we threw that steak in my commercial smoker to get it up to temperature, and he nailed it. All three of us got walks. It was great. But 2 days later, when I got back, I was like, all right, see, if I don't want that to happen to anybody, because I could see it. If you get that thing too hot, then there's no lid on that grill necessarily to bring the temperature up. So I designed that little over under with the removable grate, and it works perfect. So that just takes that little grill into the whole nother level.
Oh, it's awesome because if you get your marks on it, you can set it up
Yeah.
on that shelf and slow roll it from there.
Yeah.
And you're not going to burn it up directly on the grill. It's awesome.
Yeah, and probe it while you're, just put your probe right in the middle, in the top, and just wait, and you can just
Right.
watch your temperature go up and know exactly when to pull it. So that's an awesome little accessory.
Yeah, it sure is. So, Travis, we're getting a little bit to the end here. Is there anything else you want to plug, man? I know you got a lot of new products out. You got some big commercial stuff. You got the Apache. I mean, you're always doing something. That's the crazy part about watching you guys.
Yeah, my guys hate me. I go inside, I start daydreaming or whatever, and I come out with some new sketches, and I jump into AutoCAD, and I come out and say, guys, look what we're gonna build next, and they're like, oh man, like their workflow's already crazy, like, oh, we're adding another grill. But
always a new concept.
Always something new. That's what I love. I love just trying to come up with something new. I want to have something for everybody. That's kind of, I don't want to just back myself in one corner. I want to make something. I want to make the best for everybody. So even commercial smokers to, live fire tables for your patio to, portable grills, smoker grill combos.
Hey,
you name it.
I got to tell you,
there.
though, that Apache table, holy shit, man. Like, one of these days,
that's awesome.
One of these days, we're going to have an affair with that Apache. Oof.
Yeah.
Watching
we got to
them
get that on
videos.
Flavor Anonymous, because that thing is that grill is, we're finally getting orders on that one. It was slow moving. When I put it out there, we had a lot of people, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's awesome. Because there's a lot of guys doing live fire cooking now, and there's great concepts out there, and I just came out with my version of it. This is how it's kind of like I designed it for what I would want on my patio. That's everything I do is what I would personally want, and hopefully others do too. So, but it's very simple. It works. It's beautiful, and when you're cooking on it, I mean, you're putting on a show. So that Apache is that thing is awesome. I'm actually making a here next to my patio. I'm making I don't know if y'all have been keeping up with like Brett Galloway and the SCA, and so like his whole patio, he inspired me with his patio, the way he has all this little gravel pit in his grill. So I'm actually doing the same thing. I'm making my own little grilling pit over here. So I'm gonna have Apache. I'm gonna shoot a lot of videos of that Apache here pretty soon.
Travis, real quick, correct me if I'm wrong on that C4. Is it $25 shipping on it?
Oh, I want to say it's $25 shipping. Yeah,
I think it is too. I've looked once before.
Yeah, $250
for the
grill. Yeah, $250 for the grill, and then you could update it or upgrade it to the stainless grade, or it's kind of like a la carte. You can kind of build it however you like,
right.
But it's about $25 shipping.
Yeah, and let me say this, guys. For everyone's like, oh my god, by the time I add all these accessories, it gets expensive. Listen, not everyone needs those accessories. Number one,
right.
Number two, you don't necessarily need all those when you start out. What I love about grills like that is that for Father's Day or your birthday, you add those accessories, So don't feel like you got to do it all out of the gate.
That's how I am with my grills. I'll come out with the grill, I'm cooking on it, and then if I get an idea like, hey, I want to do this on it. I'll design this accessory and make it work for it. So yeah, just start off with the bare minimum and just, see what works for your style of cooking, because you might not need grill grates for it. You might not
You might
want
not.
stainless grates. There's so much stuff, and over and under, you might not want that, but
I've got the regular grates and the grill grates on mine. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah. I like to do my smash burgers on my grill grates, like what Dylan's saying, flip them upside
them over.
down. And so I
Yeah,
do my
boy.
smash burgers and such. But most of the time, I'm just using my stainless grates on it. And I prefer stainless because like you can see here, these are where my grills stay. I leave them on I don't cover them up. They're stainless still, so I don't have to worry about coming out and they're rusted. So the rain hits them, sun, it don't matter to me. But one thing, if you have mild steel grates, I don't like to come out and I got rusted grates. So
Yeah,
I do
Right.
I do recommend, if you can, upgrade to the stainless steel grates for it, but they're 1/4-inch thick stainless for a little portable grill, which is pretty much unheard of, but that's what we do.
Yeah, it is indeed. All right,
You
fellas,
guys do it well.
any parting shots before we wrap up with Travis?
Hey, I just appreciate everybody. Go to our websites, mgrills.com. I've been, we're doing now weekly vlogs too. So head on over to our YouTube channel, which is MGrills Texas. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our stuff. It's just something that I'm trying to get out there and get in front of more people and showing a lot of behind the scenes on how we make our grills, to actually cooking, to cooking on our commercial smokers, to just everything that encompasses barbecue and the whole lifestyle. So, go on there and subscribe, because we are coming out. We are doing weekly vlogging now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, again, we say it every week that, we are each other's bailout program, man. Help the small business owners.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Let's support one another. Travis does a great job and has a great product. And listen, that's what spawned. That was the seed that started Flavor Anonymous. And it wasn't that I disliked anything I cooked on, but it was that I want to support those that I believe in. And if you ask me what my favorite pellet grill is, I'm going to tell you it's a grill. If you ask me what my favorite charcoal grill is sitting right outside the door right now, I'm going to tell you it's the M16, because I'm wearing that thing out. I want to be able to push those things. The Ultra Q from Old Hickory. I believe there's a spot for all of these things in our lives, and that the rising tide floats all boats, and we got to work together on this. And just because I got a seasoning or Flavor Anonymous got a seasoning, don't mean we can't work with another company that's got a seasoning. But we need to all be in this together and take care of one another. So. Boys, Mike, anything for Travis?
Great products. Keep it up, man.
Brother. Thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
you.
I got one last word. Don't forget Shane's Stainless Grill. That's it. Peace.
We'll talk.
Shameless plug.
Shameless. Yeah. That's a shameless plug right there. All right. Peace out, Travis, brother.
Hey, see you guys.
See you, Travis.
Y'all be good.
Thank you, bud.
Oh, all right. Well, now that the important guy's gone.
Who's the guy sitting in 1980s country kitchen up top?
Okay, first of all, that's every kitchen in Kentucky. If I turn my camera around away from the flames, you'd see the same thing. But that's so. For you guys that don't know, I would let Dylan introduce Mike, except he would just say a bunch of mean things, and I'm only gonna say 2 mean things.
Okay.
So, Mike, dude, you've kind of been the honorary Flavor Anonymous member from the beginning, honestly, to be honest. I'm
the guy in the back seat during the Facebook Lives on the road.
That's true.
He's the fluffer.
He's the fluffer. You have washed a lot of dishes during filming, and you give us a lot of ideas, man. And
and a lot of
usually bad ones.
Usually bad ones. But you're the person that's always going to keep us laughing for sure, and that's what we need. So, dude, tell us a little bit about, for the folks that don't know, the history of the BBQ Mercenary, aka Cinnabear, aka Smokin Gnome. We had to keep changing your name because of the warrants, but
exactly. The lawsuits
complaints.
The HR suits keep rolling in.
That's why I haven't hired an HR person, because they'd fire Mike.
Well, we just hired Mike because we figured he'd be their biggest problem, so it might as well be his own problem.
And I'm enjoying running the HR department now. I'm really getting my feet on the ground.
Hey, by the way, look at these.
Those HR videos are how-tos, right?
Yeah, they're how not tos.
I thought they were how-tos. I'm sorry. I've got to go back and watch them again.
Yeah, you got to do this again.
So basically, I'm the backyard guy that got into it too much and just kept going and going and going, and happened to meet the right people at the right time.
And then
got
they
into
blew
it.
you off, and we found you.
That's right. And they picked me up on the side of the road when I was hitchhiking, where I got thrown out.
That's pretty funny.
Been in the restaurant business for, I guess, going on 5 years now. It's a whole different world from the competition world. Cooked, I can't tell you how many tons of every type of meat you can think of. It's been a great ride. The barbecue world's full of some great people. It's given me an opportunity to meet some of the best people I've ever met.
You're welcome.
With the exclusion of Dylan.
Oh goodness.
That's all right. I'll take the criticism from the dude that's on AOL dial-up from 1994. Okay.
Anytime that I get to feeling like I'm riding high and I've reached the top, I just call Dylan. He brings my ass right back down. Pulls that rug right out and goes, "There you go, son." I'm like, "Hey, thanks. I appreciate it." Wow. Things aren't as great as I thought they were.
Wow.
Oh goodness.
The guy that beat you up.
So if I drop out, it's because my family is home and they've all decided they need the damn internet. So hopefully it's still.
And then you don't.
And then I don't, because I don't. We're not paying the bills. Hey, I do want to run through a couple quick things, man. Because we got a lot of announcements, a lot of stuff to cover. Number one, you guys waiting for these hats? They finally got here to me, the person that will ship them, not Dylan. So we're going to ship those out this week. You're going to get them soon. I appreciate it. You're not going to see this very good. The masks are in. All right, I'll keep it down low here. So we're going to put all this stuff on the website coming up. Be on the lookout for it. We got our confirmation that the orders are in for the Gambler Pack. We got a new sticker. We got a new poker chip. We got all sorts of new stuff. But be looking for that in the next week and a half. What am I missing, Dylan? There's some other shit.
Let's see. Poker chip, mask, hat. You're going to have some T-shirts in the store. Limited number, limited sizes. Should be going in the store. Gambler Pack. We'll have a few of the other rubs as well in the store. We're going to be selling stickers, so if you're missing any stickers.
The stickers, I forgot, yep.
Yeah, any stickers.
Those stickers, I'm telling you what.
Buy those up.
Matt that does artwork on those stickers, unreal.
All I know about the
those stickers are the bomb.
Hella excited about those stickers.
But even you Canadian guys, you can order stickers from us. We'll ship those.
Will we?
We're doing anything special for the ship.
For Canada?
For the stickers, we can ship those.
Can you get there from here?
Products, though.
Yeah, they're not gonna get there from here. It's the new meme going around is the FA hates Canada because we just make Pro Shop do all the Canadian shipping because Shane's lazy. I do want to touch pretty deeply and softly and ever so tenderly.
Easy now, I'm still sore.
Yeah,
I'm getting a little aroused.
Me too.
My nipples are hard. Go ahead.
But wait, there's more. So I keep seeing you guys post these recipes in the Flavor Anonymous group, right? You guys don't know what the Flavor Anonymous group is. We're going to throw it up there, right there. We're going to let this scroll. And it just hit me, man. There's a lot of people sharing some really cool recipes, and I don't want those to get lost because it is impossible to find those daggum things in a group sometimes. So Dylan and I got to talking, and we decided we're going to make some really cool thing. And we didn't know what the thing was, and I started the thing last night. Basically what we want to do is have an interactive recipe book. that you guys can submit your recipes. We can submit our recipes, and it's a place where you can go and create your own recipe book of, like, you can go tag your favorites. Like, I like these 5. I want to see every recipe with mood enhancer in it. I want to see every recipe with whatever in it, or I want to see every seafood recipe. Or there's 100 ways we can sort this and repackage it into something personal for you that you're then able to come in and say print. And it doesn't just print the recipes. We can get it to print a shopping list. I mean, it's pretty strong. I got to admit, I'm pretty proud of myself right now.
Well, I'm telling you, that's going to be the best thing ever, because there's some great recipes coming across the page. I mean, every day I scroll through there, and it's amazing what people are coming up with to use these products for.
That's the thing, and I don't want to lose that, and I kind of want to start from the beginning on the right foot. So we're going to invest some money, get this site up. I'm not giving you a timeline. I'm not doing that. When it's right, we'll release it. But I'll tell you, the mechanics of it are already working. We're going to test it. We're going to get it looking right, and then we're going to announce it. And I sincerely hope you guys use it. If you don't use it, I'm going to be highly disappointed, because this thing is really cool. It's not going to cost
I'm getting dizzy.
What's that?
I'm getting dizzy. Dylan's camera keeps going up, down.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me talking too much. But yeah, anyway, Cinnabear, we want to give you a place that's an extension of the group, but also an extension of the Full Flavor Anonymous site. We're taking it very serious, but we want you to have fun in there. You can rate the recipes. And that's not just recipes we put up. Listen, I tested it already with an Eddie Hanks recipe, 2 of Mike's recipes, and I think it's going to be cool. We're going to have like 5-star challenge. We're going to, maybe if we get enough in there, we're going to say this month we're going to take the best beef recipe by ratings, and whoever made that is going to win something. We want to build community around what we do. Because
can I use my recipe for how to put nice grill marks on a Yeti backpack?
Yeah. You can't have nothing nice around Cinnabear. He'll break it. Oh, it's no worse than spilling stuff on my brand new Yeti chair. Jim Loggins, not same names. I'm looking at you, buddy.
Hey, what are we worried about here? A little stain's no big deal. How about some holes?
Some burns.
Holes. Some burn holes through your chair and your blankets.
I'm just working on a discount on a Yeti chair. I figure enough burns, I'm going to get that at a bargain basement price.
Yeah, that's the plan. But anyway, the point being, guys, is that we, and gals, we always want to get back to you in the community, okay? You're joining the group. We appreciate it. We're talking about how to cook in there and what to cook and how to use these products. And it's not just about burning hot dogs or whatever. My grill don't work, or we're avoiding all those things. We're avoiding the politics, and you guys are doing the good work of bringing good content and good food in there. And because of that, that's inspired us to do more. And that's what we always want to do as Flavor Anonymous. That just sits heavy on me, and I'll shut up now and let the other guys talk. But this is a project that's close to my heart, obviously.
These recipes that are coming out are awesome. I mean, there's some really, really good stuff coming out through the page. I'm impressed every time I scroll through with what I'm seeing.
Me too.
Yeah, and just to clarify a little bit in case they missed it, like this tool that's going to be coming out, everyone can submit recipes underneath there. You're going to get credit for them. Like, it's not like one of those where you anonymously submit your recipe and then the company dishes it back out as though it was their own.
Right.
This is a place.
It's a tool.
People who put this recipe in. I mean,
yeah.
We even have a spot where we can put a video in where you're talking about why you like that recipe. Like, we're able to do all of that, and it's really cool.
I didn't know it was a tool. The other day, Shane said you were a tool. I'm confused.
You are a tool. I was talking to Dylan. It was different.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be great to be able to research this stuff. And if you're sitting around and you're tired of what you're doing, you know, you can go in there and search by the spice that's in it, you know, whether it's going to be a cuisine, whatever it's going to be, you'll be able to research it and pull that up and it'll give you all kinds of great ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I don't want to break my internet because everyone is on it, but I would share this page so you can kind of get a rough view of it. But I don't think we have to do that tonight. Let's
No, I don't
just
think we're
know
ready
that
yet.
we're bringing it live as soon as we can, and we want you to use it. We need you to use it. We spent money on it, and you know, we did it for you. We didn't do it for us. You know, so when we brought out these spices, the whole intent was to mix them, and you guys figure out how you want to mix them and how you want to use them. And we've seen, I mean, that Cajun, was it crawfish baked potato that Eddie did?
Oh my
The most
God.
strange and amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. And I want to see
I
more of
wanted to go to his house. I want it really bad.
it.
Well, here's the thing about it. Like, you take his baked potato, you take Cinnabear's dirty rice,
Right?
um, you take who was it that just did them? Was it Bill? Who did the oysters? Had the voodoo butter
Oh,
and
that
the
was Bill,
cocoa?
I think, on the oysters.
Yeah, I
Looked
mean,
delicious.
y'all are singing. Like, I half kind of jokingly said, like, you know, because that's how Egg Fest, Big Green Egg Fest got going on.
Yep.
Is everybody was showing all the cool stuff they were cooking, and then they said, "Oh my God, that looks delicious! I want to try that." And they end up getting together so everybody could try each other's stuff. Like, it wasn't
Well,
even about.
it's funny you mention that because Mike and I were talking about a possible venue for that just yesterday. You know, what if we did a joint venture with this distillery and did an FA Fest? You know,
Be
that
awesome.
that stuff is born out of this, this is community and really enjoying each other's company and what we're doing together. You know, it's not just about selling you more rubs. It sort of is. I like.
Well, we've got rubs, we've got dredges, we've got fish fries coming. It's about selling a little bit of everything.
Let me tell you, we've submitted so much stuff to our co-packer that they literally ask us to stop.
There's a new concept on every horizon, I promise you.
Well, we've submitted, what is it, Dill? It's on order of 10, 12 recipes of new stuff in the last
Well,
week.
I submitted some more recipes today, and they said that they were in queue, and it would probably be the week of May 4th before they were able to
Before they
get
even
to
looked at.
those because we've submitted so much stuff.
So
So,
to say we're prolific is an understatement, but you guys are buying it. We love that you're buying it. We love that you're enjoying it, and we're just going to keep writing songs and doing what we do until we run out. You know, that's where it's at.
I love watching all the ways they figure out to use them. I
Oh,
mean, Robin
combination.
did some steaks the other night that had the dirty gringo. He marinated them in dirty gringo, vacuum packed them, and cooked them the next day. Who would
Yeah.
have thought to use that on a steak? But I mean, it was awesome.
Well, dude, I've seen dirty gringo and mood mixed as on deviled eggs.
Oh, yeah.
All of our stuff is meant to be mixed, all of it. Now, it doesn't mean that everything works perfectly together depending on what you're using it for, but everything is designed to be mixed in some way. And that will always be what we do. So,
Well, those cure just old school ribs, those are a winner all day long.
they
Those,
are.
like hell, I get craving those.
Yeah. Yeah, those are crack ribs, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I've got to where I cook so many I don't eat a whole lot. Those are an exception.
Yeah, I'm with you. So we've always talked about sauces and as we call it, the wet works. This virus has really effed that up. Let's be honest. We hoped for June for all the wet work stuff. That may be more like September now. We just have to see. Obviously, everything's at a standstill. We can't get into the new factory. We can't do anything in the new factory until all this stuff lifts. But what we can do is the try works are up, and while we can keep lobbing those bombs, we're gonna keep playing. You know, so
absolutely. But yeah, we've got a lot of new stuff coming out, like a lot of new stuff in the next few weeks. You know, I think by the end of the week, we're hoping to be able to to let you know, maybe Saturday open up sales potentially for the Gambler Pack. We'll know more next day or two. But as Shane said, we got hats in stock. So if you ordered them, they're shipping out. If you didn't get a chance to order them, he's got a few in stock.
Yep.
We've got the mask, the Flavor Anonymous mask that he showed you.
Yeah, right here.
Those
Right here.
clip on your ears. They got a couple
That's
different
right.
slots in them.
I almost did it under mask today. Looks pretty good though.
Yeah.
I've actually been requested to wear one, but that's another story.
Yeah.
That's a paper bag, sir. It's different.
Yeah. We've got those. We've got a few of the original team shirts left. I know there's some crazy sizes there, and they're
I will literally list them individually sized until they're gone.
Stickers. We've got stickers. You guys, if you caught my live last night, we're R&D'ing a new accessory. I'm really excited about that. Shane, yours is on the way. Should get yours Saturday or Monday.
Those are going to be all kinds of fun.
I got to tell you, man, I did that chicken on it. Mm-hmm. And, you saw last night, like put the chicken, cut up the rest of the pineapple, put it in the tray, sprinkle a little dirty gringo around on it. And then I put a half a cup of water in that tray. And then all that chicken fat and all the juice and everything that rendered into that made this awesome au jus in that tray. And it took on that smoke, and then just chopped that pineapple and shaved the chicken off. Holy shit, was that stuff good. Like, I actually made some chicken salad with it. I roasted some poblanos and tomatillo.
Oh, yeah.
Made some chicken salad with it. We did a bowl with it, put some on over cauliflower rice with sofrita and a few other things. And then we cut a bunch of it up and put it in bags to freeze, to pull out and use for quesadillas and stuff later. But I'm telling you, when the weather breaks and it's warm and you can start having people over again, there are going to be a lot of good times and a lot of parties held around that tray. Because the great thing about it is you can use it in your oven. You can use it on your charcoal grill, your pellet grill, your offset smoker. I mean, anything that's got 8 inches of clearance and 12 inches wide, 12 inches deep, it'll go on. So it'll go on your chimp if you got to grill a chimp, or one of those small tailgate grills. It'll go in the M16. It'll go on a Weber kettle. And the possibilities are endless what you can cook with it. Like, and it doesn't all have to just be meat either. That's something we were talking about after the fact. Like, that pineapple came out pretty awesome. We were talking about just putting a whole pineapple on there and cubing it up. Or, the other one that I got thinking about too is everybody loves to do the bologna chubs.
Oh, yeah.
Score that thing up and skewer it on there, just so you get that smoke and build that ring up all the way around it. But I think, just like our rubs, I think once that hits, there's going to be so many things that people come up with to use it for. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be a lot of good times had with that thing.
And that's the point. And again, it's another thing that we thought about, that we happen to have access to someone who can manufacture it and do it right. There's going to be probably 2 to 3 iterations of that product to get it really dialed in. And let's be honest, a lot of those iterations are going to come from you guys. The first people that buy them. I mean, every product, we try to think of everything. As soon as I saw it, I sketched out a few things and sent it to Dylan, and I was immediately like, this is the way I would do it, But that's the generational product development that Travis is talking about. So, yeah, I think it'd be cool to have that, and it's another thing. So, again, Flavor Anonymous, I know we're selling you rubs right now, but it's not about the rubs. I mean, it's really about a lifestyle, just a feeling, if you will. And that's what's really pushing everything. So we appreciate you guys joining us. And we appreciate that you guys are, loving what we do. Frankly, I'm surprised every day. I love how much you guys have shared the group. We appreciate the people that have jumped in it, and we're going to keep on keeping on.
Are you asleep, Mike?
Not yet. Shane's put me there though. He's put me in that mood.
I put Mike in the mood.
Actually, It's just this dial-up connection. My AOL line is a little slow, so I look stationary.
I got you. I couldn't tell what that was. But hey, just here as we're wrapping up, let's talk about Cinnabear and the Smokin Gnome.
Yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes, man. 5 minutes. I got to go.
5 minutes. All right.
Do it. 5 minutes. Make him cry in 5 minutes.
Mr. Cinnabear, the Smokin Gnome here. We're going to get him. He's going to have a page up soon, and you guys need to follow this guy because he is going to be the Tosh 2.0 of the outdoor cooking lifestyle. The jabronis with the hot dogs with the probes in them, they're not going to stand a chance to Cinnabear here. The Smokin Gnome is going to have a drink and let it roll. And whatever falls out, HR be damned.
Okay, for everyone that's over 40 and you didn't watch Tosh 2.0, Smokin Gnome is going to be Earl Pitts of barbecue. Because
we're going to do some grilling of people.
Oh, man.
So he is going to be your shock jock for everything outdoor cooking.
Right. I'm just going to call it how it is.
I'm still impressed with the guy that had the probes and the Pop-Tarts the other day.
Oh, Andy, he crushed that. That guy gets like video of the week right there.
I was rolling. I just wondered what the graph looked like on it because that seems to be the thing now.
Yeah, what was your over the 2 minute cook? Was it smooth? How did it go?
Did you have any spikes in your temperature? Because that really matters on a damn Pop-Tart.
Oh, I can't wait till you guys finally get the unfiltered Smokin Gnome. Because Dylan, we can't take a trip. Every time we take a road trip, Dylan gets mad at me for having to pee, right? And what it really is, I've laughed so much that my bladder hurts from Mike in the back seat talking about random stuff. And it's usually not
Dylan,
HR or kid friendly, but it's always funny.
Dylan's got a tank like a damn RV anyway. He only stops like every 12 hours to piss. I can't get over it. I'm back there in the back seat dying. I'm trying to piss out the window.
Well, I'm going to make a man out of you yet.
Man, when you're trying to piss out the truck window, you'll find your shortcomings pretty quick.
That's why those moonroofs are nice.
I'm telling you. That's why Shane travels in a raincoat when I'm in the back.
And goggles. You got to have the goggles.
You got to have your PPE.
Yeah, and then if you don't have the mask, sometimes you're like, I have a tongue. No,
If you want to see some guys laugh, fall out of an office chair.
I don't. While you're sitting still, fall on your face out of an office chair.
Oh, we'd only been up for 20-something hours at that point, but it was all good. But you missed that chair. I mean, that chair may as well have been another fucking zip code, man.
You know, I never fell that long. It seemed like it took 20 minutes for my ass to hit the ground.
I think it was between the bounces.
That was a great trip anyway.
Well, let's wrap her up. You guys know where to find us. FlavorAnonymous.com, @FlavorAnonymous, blah 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 blah. We're gonna keep doing these throughout the Rona, mostly because we got nothing better to do.
Exactly.
But really, what it's about is bringing people like Travis on. And you know what, man? If he sold 5 grills because he's on tonight, I'm proud of you guys for doing that, and I'm proud for him because he's a great guy. But we always want to take care of those who are doing it right in barbecue, man. The Old Hickories, the Gorillas, the MGrills, the Flavor Anonymouses, the Killer Hogs, the Heath Riles. Like, the guys that are doing it right, we're always going to look out for, and we don't care that they're a competing product. It's just not who we are.
No, because it's all about, what they've got good products. That's just like Travis. If he didn't have a good product, I'd just sit here and wouldn't say anything about it. Well, that C4 is built like a beast.
Yeah, there's no charity on this show, meaning you got to have good shit. And
Yeah, if you don't have good shit, I don't even want to hear about it.
yeah, I'm not having people. I'm not gonna be fake like that, man. I'm not gonna support something that I don't believe in. If I wouldn't spend my own money, I've said it 1,000 times. I wouldn't spend my own money on it. I wouldn't expect you to either. So that's how we roll. All right, fellas.
If
Here's your chance. Do your parting shot, because I'm at about mile 300, so the bladder's starting to get a little full. So we gotta wrap it up.
I got chicken salad finished.
Right on.
All right. You guys have a good one. Flavor Freaks, thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon. Check in, check often, check back. Fill up this weekend on anything you're missing, and make sure when you're posting, tag us. And if you'd be so kind as to share this video in all the groups that you're a member of.
Yep.
Spread the word, spread the love, not only for us, but for MGrills as well. We like to do as much as we can for all our guests, so we'd really like to get the word out.
Yeah, and I'll
keep those.
Go ahead, Mike.
Keep those recipes coming. I mean, keep posting the pictures of what you're cooking, because I'm really digging the ideas I'm getting out of this stuff.
I agree. Hey, I'll plug that last piece that Dylan put in there. If there is a company, if there's a person that you know of that you think ought to be on this show as a guest, maybe it's you. Come find us. Reach out. We'd love to have you. We'll talk to you, and if we don't already know you, we'll find out a little more about you, and if it's something we can support, we're gonna take care of you. All right. Till next time, guys. Peace out.
See ya.
Later.
Deuces.